what can a church do? What can individuals do if this sounds like something that they want to help out with? I'm sure the initial most needed item would be prayer support.
Yep.
And can you talk to us a bit about what are your needs that others can realistically be able to help you with?
Sure. Yeah, so number one is prayer.
Mhm.
We're supported in prayer. Also, supported networking is always good, so
Okay.
feel free to talk about us and
Yeah.
tell us if there's somebody that somebody knows who's suffering, somebody
Mhm.
who's incarcerated who's suffering, and somebody who wants to find a change in their life
Yeah.
and is suffering, and we'd love to be able to talk to them to see if they'd be a good fit to be able to
Okay.
help them out. Aside from that, I think ideally what would be most beneficial to this ministry at the moment would be if we had people contact us who are interested in volunteering.
Okay.
And so I can't really put a cap on what that might look like, because
Yeah.
maybe somebody is listening and they have some sort of a gift that they are thinking of that they would like to share with a ministry like that.
Like
So
one of the trades, like carpentry
who
or,
knows?
yeah, because there's room for improvement here. There's lots to do.
Lots to do.
And maybe you might say, hi, I've got some time, I would love to help you, Spencer.
Yep.
And at the end of this, I'll make sure that you have a contact information that I'll put on the screen and in the notes. But so that's some initial. You mentioned
Yep.
something about food or hot meals or driving. Can you tell a bit more about that?
I'll lay it right out there. So yes,
Okay.
definitely skilled trades people would be welcome if anybody wanted to volunteer some time. If there's people who have a line on construction material
Oh,
that could be donated,
yeah.
would put us a
Okay.
lot further ahead, because construction material is expensive. And again, this funding is just the money that I've saved
Mhm.
in the last 5 years, so it's all coming out of my pocket, which is
Yeah.
limited, so we do what we can to get our materials. That would be one way. What
So
I've
if
asked,
someone's renovating their home and this stuff is, what you're taking out is still good, but you'd accept donations of, instead of pitching it in the dump somewhere?
yeah, definitely. So we
Okay.
have, we're sitting
Recycling.
on a donated couch,
Okay,
and
yeah.
we're looking at a Salvation Army coffee table.
I saw a kitchen unit in there, like,
Yeah.
I forget where in the house it is, but,
Well, that kitchen right there that you're looking
Okay.
at there was donated by a
Okay.
contractor friend of ours.
there you go.
And then the kitchen that you saw that's sitting in the living room,
Yeah,
that's not in the kitchen because the kitchen's being renovated,
yes,
donated by the same contractor.
okay,
But things like
So-
that, but also you never know that maybe somebody, so some of these items like furnace or an air conditioner,
okay,
perhaps somebody listening owns a manufacturing company or a
mhm,
company that distributes
you never know,
furnaces.
okay,
And you say, hey, we can give you a real good deal on a new furnace or something like that.
okay,
So that's why networking is good for any of those types of needs that we have. I do frequently list if we have a specific need to pray for on that Facebook.
page, okay,
So that's a good place to do that. We've been fortunate to have a large freezer donated to us.
okay,
So donations of prepared meals are extremely helpful right now,
yes.
because the three of us are working on this house. So when we have a casserole that's been donated and it's frozen, it just means we pop that into the oven and then eat it right out of the dish, so we don't have to do dishes either. No, it's not that far, but yeah, prepared food is always
That's
helpful
very
because
helpful.
it keeps us working.
Yeah,
It also keeps our costs down, and
Yeah.
it's a reasonable ask for somebody, is that, if somebody could make a shepherd's pie
yeah,
that would feed 3 or 4, and we can keep
Okay.
it frozen and use it, so that's always helpful for us.
Mhm.
And if there's people in the local area that are interested in volunteering their time,
Okay,
what that could look like is if somebody's gifting was cooking, for example, that perhaps they'd like to come out and minister to some of our men
mhm,
while cooking and preparing a meal.
okay.
And then maybe staying and eating that meal
Yeah,
with them, so an opportunity for
Okay.
fellowship for our men and for a mature Christian to be a blessing onto these men or a mentor. Would be one area, and the other is that, as I said, mentioned before, we go out into the community every night to do either some form of a 12-step meeting, so
Yeah.
AA or NA. So we're located in Maberly, we're near Perth, always looking for volunteers who would like to pick the men up, drive them to a meeting,
mhm,
and then drive them back to the center, which frees up a little bit of my time.
yes,
Because I'm currently doing that 7 nights a week.
wow, yeah,
Which
so
is,
that would really help you out.
I would be, my family's starting to wonder what I look like. Yes.
So folks, if any of this seems, if God's talking to you and saying, oh, and you can help out in any way, Spencer would certainly welcome you contacting him, and he's very passionate about this, and so much so that he draws me in. I'm on my way home from traveling to London and Toronto and Lindsay, but I wanted to stop by because I wanted to actually see this place, and I really appreciate their hospitality. And so if you're a husband and wife, and you love cooking and you love fellowship and can come out once a month and provide a meal and evening of fellowship, not provide it, you just come, you would be most welcome. Is there anything else that you want to add right now, or does that pretty well cover your specific needs right now?
I think that pretty much covers it. I did have something else in mind, but it did slip out of my mind.
It's gonna
So
be
I'll
out
get
here
back.
somewhere,
I'll
yeah.
I'll get back to you.
Okay,
Oh, right, here it is. That if any of the viewership are elders in their churches, that
Okay.
I'm more than willing to meet with any churches
Okay.
and talk about if church body wants to hear about what we're doing out here,
okay,
or wants to hear about what Christ is doing in the lives, in my life, or in the
Yeah.
life of any of our residents, but they're looking for a testimony of some sort, that we'd be happy to
you're willing
have
to
that
travel?
conversation.
You're willing to travel to give that, give a testimony?
Yeah,
Within
within reason.
Yeah.
We have, we would love to visit and make friends
Yeah,
with our local Christian community,
Yeah.
100%.
well, we just thank you so much for taking the time to share what's on your heart.
Yep.
And thank you for this.
No, I'm really glad that you were able to make it out, Carl, and see for your own eyes. And I can't wait to have you out again as we get more of this project completed, and you can see with your own eyes that,
How
you know,
God's working through you.
yeah, and all the hard work that's going on, and these guys are working, and
Yeah.
I'm working, and we're putting this together. And but what it's about is, it's about, why does anybody do this? It's what, like, I've been there, hopeless,
Yeah.
behind bars, separated from society, separated from family, sad, lonely,
Yeah.
and alone. And I know what that feels like.
Yeah,
And I know that there's a solution.
that's right.
And so that's why we do this.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that, and all of this. It's just been great.
Awesome.
God bless you.
God bless you. Thanks.